What's up, y'all? Real quick, Lyft Story Time. So, Rideshare Daily. This is why I do vlog style, because you never know what you're gonna get. And I want people to be aware of, the good parts of the business, the bad parts of the business, the ups, the downs, the day in and the day out. And so, welcome to Lyft Story Time. Rideshare Daily. So, last night, I'm at one of my hot spots. I get a request. The request comes from a area probably, I don't know, I say 5-minute drive away. Familiar neighborhood. I know the neighborhood. It's a decent neighborhood right in the heart of San Antonio. So I pull up. I'm not paying real close attention to the app at first. I just pull up to the location. I see the guy sitting on the ground. Do a U-turn, pull right in front of the curb where he's at. And he says, without opening the door, he says, "Are you my Lyft, baby?" And then he opens the door. And I say, "I'm your Lyft driver, but I'm not your baby." And he said, "Oh, okay. I'm waiting on someone. Don't worry, I'm not trying to pull your punk card." I just laugh, whatever, it's cool. So he's waiting on somebody. Alright, we can wait a couple minutes, right? You got up to 5 minutes of wait time. No problem. Then I noticed the app says, basically like we're starting a trip and his name in the app is just welcome. Like he didn't put a name in. But he also didn't put a destination in. So he closes the front door, passenger side, opens the back door, and sets his stuff on the seat. He's got like two grocery bags, plastic bags, and his cell phone or whatever. And I say, "Well, where are we going?" "I don't have a destination. I need a destination." He says some other stuff. I can't remember word for word, but some other off stuff, right? And, about the N-word. He's saying something, like he calls me the N-word, something, like in just a normal kind of way. And he say, a black man could say it, because this passenger is African American, dark chocolate colored. And he said, black man could say it, but a white person say it, they going to, what do you say, they going to court or something like that. So again, people say crazy stuff all the time. I ain't worried about what he's saying. I'm from an environment, I'm used to hearing that word. That word doesn't bother me or faze me or whatever. It's not something that I use or that I say to other people, but I'm used to hearing it, so it doesn't affect me in any kind of way. I don't think anything of it when people use it, to be honest with you. Unless they're using it like against somebody. So he makes that comment, and the app says, starting trip for welcome. He's like, "Yeah, my name's Welcome." Closes the door, leaves his stuff in the back seat. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, we're waiting on somebody. He's like, "Oh, they're here." So a vehicle pulls up behind me, an SUV pulls up behind me. Mind you, I still don't have a destination in the app. He don't have a name in the app. He sounds kind of off. And when he puts his stuff in my vehicle, his stuff stinks. And it's not a good stink. So I watch him get into the vehicle behind my vehicle. There's two people sitting up front, one person sitting in the back. He gets in the back seat of that vehicle and they turn the lights out. It's dark, it's nighttime. They turn the lights out so I can't see nothing. and I see him turn the lights on for something, fix something, and then he turn the lights back out. Now I wait like 2.5 to 3 minutes. And I'm looking in the mirror, I'm looking like, man, what is this guy doing? Is he coming or what? Because it looks like he was waiting on his dealer to roll up so that he could get some stuff, some drugs, or whatever from this person. Because they're looking real shady the way they're conducting business in the vehicle behind me. Mind you, he's on the app. So I made a decision. You know what? I'm about to cancel this dude. So I canceled him in the app. I get out of my vehicle. I go into the back seat. I grab his stuff. I walk around my vehicle back to the curb where he was sitting. And I set his bags and his cell phone on the curb. They're watching me do it from the vehicle. No movement, no nothing. They just watch me do it. I go back around, get back in my vehicle, make sure it's canceled, and then I drive off. Why? Because I'm not waiting for you to do a drug deal to get your drugs so that we can be on our way to some unknown destination, and you're some unknown person to me named Welcome. Nah, not happening. So I made a decision in that moment to cancel the ride, remove the passenger's belongings from my vehicle, and be about my business and go on my way without the passenger. That was the safe thing to do. That was the smart thing to do. That was the only wise thing to do. What this Lyft story would consist of, had I waited longer and then the passenger come back into the vehicle and we gone somewhere, wherever, I don't know what this Lyft story would consist of, and I don't want to know. The point of this story is, when you pick a Lyft passenger up, you need to have a name in the app. They should have their picture. There was also no picture. And it should have a destination before you begin the trip. If they don't have at least their name and a destination, don't take them nowhere. And I would advise, don't let them in your vehicle. So I made the right decision. It's a cancellation. Yeah, it affects my cancellation rate on the app. But I'm not waiting for you to sit behind me in a vehicle with 4 people and do business and then bring your business into my vehicle to go to who knows where. Not interested. Not doing it. I would advise other Lyft drivers in that situation, or Uber drivers. Use your brain. Put 2 and 2 together. Figure stuff out. Be respectful. But don't take people like that. Don't let them in your vehicle, and don't take them anywhere. Because who knows what his idea was, what his thought was, what his plan was for the evening. I just know I didn't want to be a part of it. You make that decision as a driver. You're the one that decides that. Don't wait too long and let them decide how your night's going to go for you. Because you might have a bad night. I wasn't interested in having a bad night like that. This is Elliot. Lyft Stories. The cancellation on the drug deal. And the rollout. And I end up having a good night after that. So, y'all have a great time driving. And make sure, put your safety first before anything else. Peace.